Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today I have my mans with me because we're about to do the husband tag. You ready?
See.
So first question is, how and where did we meet?
We met at church.
How?
So that was my job. I got sent to the new church, and before I got there, the previous pastor told me about you, and he said, hey, she would be perfect for you. I've known him since college, so I said, yeah, I know you know everything. And so I got there, and then I met you after a while, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe he was right. So then we started talking.
Yeah. How and where was our first date?
Like official date? Like after asking you out, or date like...
Like official date as boyfriend and girlfriend.
Our first official date after we were dating was to the optometrist. And then we went to... Oh, we went to Marie Callender's that day. Yeah. That's where we went, yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was our first official date.
That was our first official date, yeah.
But without being like together, we went to the Tech Museum.
The Tech Museum, yes.
In San Jose. Where was our first kiss and how was it?
It was in the car, next to the playground. I don't know what you call it, a little like cul-de-sac of houses.
Yeah.
By your house.
Yeah, by my house in San Jose. Yep.
Yeah.
And how was it?
It was nice.
What was your first impression of me?
My first impression, when I first actually noticed you, I remember we were praying. It has to have been Vespers because we weren't in fancy clothes. Okay. And I just remember thinking, oh, she's actually praying. I know, it's really weird.
Really?
Yeah.
So that was your first impression of me, like,
yeah.
that I was actually praying?
Actually, it could have been Skola Sabatica. You were leading the prayer. So it was probably Skola Sabatica.
Right. When did you meet my family? Like the first time, even if it wasn't a girlfriend.
So your parents I met when the Jóvenes went over for Thanksgiving, or the Sabbath after Thanksgiving. That's when I actually met your parents. Because before that, I didn't even know they went to our church. Yeah. Because
I never sit with them. Like, I never sat with them. They were always in the back.
So that's when I met them, and that's probably the same time I met Eve, because she was home for break. And because when I got to the church, she would have already been in school. Yeah, so it would have been Thanksgiving break that I met Eve too.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and that's when I told your mom to put the tamales in the microwave.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she actually did it. And I was joking.
My mom made tamales for Thanksgiving, and they came out a little raw, like they weren't fully cooked. And then he said as a joke, like, oh, just throw them in the microwave. And she actually did. Yeah,
I didn't think she was going to take me seriously. Oops. Sorry, Mom.
Yeah, Mom, sorry.
Sorry.
I told her later on that it was a joke, and she was like, oh.
I mean, they still tasted good.
How did you know I was the one?
I think I've told you this. You were one of the only people who talked to me about regular things. Oh, yeah. So being a pastor, everyone just wants to talk about church things or pastor things. So they'll ask you, yeah, hey, pastor, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And no one, they'll ask you like real quick, oh, how's your day? And the response is, oh, hey, it's good. But you actually talked to me about like regular life stuff, like not just about church, which was the first thing that I was like, oh man, she's actually like interested in me as a person, not just me as a pastor. And then we talked a lot on our first non-official date, I guess, to the Tech Museum. So yeah, that was.
And when and why did you fall in love with me? I guess it's kind of like tied into that one. But like, when was the moment you're like, okay, I'm in love with her?
Like, there was no going back moment?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was during our, I don't know if it was second or third date when we went mini golfing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, that night just like really clicked. Like everything flowed really well. And I was like, I really like her. And so at that point I was like, yeah.
We had pho.
Yeah, we had pho. We went to the ice cream place.
Oh yeah, that ice cream place.
Yeah. I remember before that though, when I first like truly thought like I want to go after you, was at the boardwalk. When you held a unicorn under each arm, and you turned around and you were laughing, and at that moment I was like, oh shoot, like I'm falling for her. So that's how that started. Yeah.
Dang. That was at Isama's
Isama's
birthday, we
birthday.
went to the boardwalk.
Yeah.
And I feel like, I think it was Millie and Pedro, they won so many unicorns.
Yeah. Pedro was going for it. He got me one too. Thanks, Pedro.
And they needed help carrying the unicorns, the stuffed animals. And so I had one under each hand. And then I specifically remember that I turned around because someone called me. And then you laughed at me.
Yeah.
How long have we been together?
January, just shy of 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 23 months.
How do you resolve problems?
How I resolve problems?
Have you had any problems?
We've had conversations, but it's never gotten to the point of yelling.
Yeah.
Because I believe in conversations before yelling, and actually talking things through, as opposed to, hey, I want to win, so I'm going to yell. I don't agree to that theory. Yelling, in my opinion, should be reserved for very extreme cases. Same thing with, violence, in the sense of like spanking your children. If you spank your child all the time, they're going to think everything you do is wrong. But if you reserve for those moments when they really do something really, really wrong and you're left with no choice, then it makes an impact. And so for me, it's the same thing with yelling. If we're yelling all the time, then everything's an argument and nothing is necessarily to the extreme point of, hey, this is really important. There's no importance to the discussion if everything is the same. So, yeah.
100%. What do you two do for a living? And are you using your college degree?
Do you want to go first?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I work for a cancer diagnostic company called Exact Sciences. I've been there for like 2 years now, and yes, I am using my college degree. I got a degree in public health education with a minor in human bio, and I feel like I'm using my minor way more in that job.
Yeah, I got a bachelor's of theology in 2017. So I have 8 months of Bible working experience, which for those of you who are not part of our church is essentially just shy of an associate pastor, and then 2 years of an associate pastor position, and now I am working on my Master's of Divinity. So yes, I very much use my degree. Every day.
Because it was expensive.
Very expensive.
What key elements make a relationship and marriage successful? I feel like number one would be communication.
Yeah.
Because if I hate when people say that the women always feel like men have to read our minds.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't work. Like they don't read our minds.
No.
Like you have to say what you're thinking. So yeah, I feel like communication is very important for successful marriage.
Communication. The other big one is keeping the spark alive. One of the big things that people recognize. So when you first start dating, we call it puppy love, and you're bringing them flowers or chocolate, and all of these things, and then marriage happens, and it goes from going up to it plateaus. And the second you plateau in anything in life is the moment you start dying in that sense. So in my field, church growth especially, if you look at churches that have gone up and then plateaued, statistically speaking, that church is already dying, and they don't even know it yet. And the same way with marriage, if you stay in the same level and you never keep growing or keep that spark kind of going up and up and up, that's a problem. So definitely that would be another big case for that.
Keep dating your spouse.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
What do you love about me?
Ooh, a lot of things. Some of them I can't see on camera. At the end of the day, I always know you're there for me. One of the big things, so I was at a very big church before this. Some of you know me from there. And I was kind of stuck on my own as the only pastor, 1,600 plus members in the books, average Sabbath, 600 people coming in through the doors. Very busy lifestyle, and so there was times where I was just burnt. And I mean burnt out at the end of the day, and I wanted nothing more than just flop into bed and just cry into a pillow. Mm-hmm. But I remember in those times you were always there. Mm-hmm. So I always knew I could count on that at the end of the day I knew you'd always be there waiting for me. And the same thing now I'm working a part-time at I will not name, big box technology store. I will let you guess what that is. And there's times I get home pretty late, but I know you're still there waiting for me. So,
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you keep a relationship healthy in life?
I think going back to the points we mentioned beforehand, communication and keeping the spark alive are very, very essential to keeping a relationship alive as opposed to dying. If you don't communicate, I know the military uses this term a lot, communicate or die, and it's the same thing in a marriage. You have to communicate or you will die as a marriage.
Places you want to travel? Well, right now, kind of like none, but
to the fridge.
I haven't been to Mexico. and I really want to go. Like that's number one for sure. Mexico. Yeah.
If we ever make it through this pandemic, I would love. I went to Sri Lanka back in 2015, I believe, 2014, 2015, one of those years. Beautiful country. I'd love to go back someday. Other than that, Japan is on my list, and so is Ireland. Ireland is a beautiful place.
Ireland. Children, how many do you want?
So yes, children.
Yes.
I want two. Specifically, I want two girls.
Yeah, he's always wanted girls. I think I want two too. But if a third one comes along, I'll be okay. I won't be sad. What is my favorite color?
Green, specifically olive green.
Yeah. What is my favorite food?
Your favorite food right now?
I guess ever. Like favorite food ever.
Okay. Right now, I would say it's Culver's chili.
Yes.
Yeah.
What is my favorite sports team?
You don't watch sports, so I guess the Mexico soccer team.
What is my favorite TV show right
Favorite
now?
TV show? Oh boy. I know.
There's a lot.
It's called Emma with an E, Ella with an E.
And with an E.
And with an E. That
is such a cute show.
Yeah.
Like it's basically the story of like an orphan girl growing up and her different stages in life. It's just so cute and innocent. What food do I not like?
What food do you not like?
Pork.
Huh?
Pork?
Yeah. Trying to think of something.
Something that we can actually eat that.
Yeah,
I like.
something that I'm trying to think of something that I eat that you don't like.
Oh.
But I can't think of any off the top of my head. Oh, apples.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about that recently. Like apples are just boring to me. Like I don't gravitate towards them at all. What is my favorite type of sandwich?
Favorite type of sandwich? Anything spicy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a crispy chicken sandwich.
Yeah, I was gonna say a chicken. I was gonna say something with chicken and something that's spicy. So I guess spicy
Yeah.
chicken sandwich.
If I could eat one thing every day, what would it be?
I'm gonna go back to Culver's chili.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. What is my eye color?
Is your eye color brown?
Yeah. Who is my best friend?
Who's your best friend? Your sister.
Wow. Yes, I'm so glad you know that. What is something I do that you wish I didn't?
Always have the heater on. I'm very cold by nature, so I overheat very fast. I grew up in a cold place, and so I'm very used
Santa
to cold.
Cruz.
Yeah, so 75 degrees for me is shorts and a t-shirt weather. So I'm loving Michigan because it's very cold. I just overheat really fast.
It's cold over here, and I just want to be cozy and comfy, and the heater is always on.
Yeah.
So, what is my heritage, and where am I from?
Well, I know. Your parents are Hispanic, Mexican specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Your dad is from San Luis Potosí, as he always says.
Potosí, yeah.
Potosí, and your mom is from Michoacán.
Uh-huh.
I know you were born in Washington, Spokane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Went to Chicago when you were very young, and then you moved to California to Saratoga, and then to San Jose.
Dang. Okay. If you baked me a cake, what kind would it be?
You don't like cake.
Good. I don't like cake. What is one unique talent I have?
You play the harp, and you learned it later in life. So I know a harp along with a violin. I started violin at age 18. I know both of those you're supposed to start as early in life as possible because they're complicated instruments. And so I know you started later in life. So that's definitely a unique talent and something that most people would probably give up on pretty quick.
Yeah, I started freshman year of high school. Like that's pretty old. Weird habits of each other.
Weird habits?
Weird habits.
I'm trying to think of your weird habits. I can tell you one of them.
What?
I'm very obsessed with even numbers.
Even numbers?
Even numbers. So
like when you're in the car in the volume, you have to do.
Not just that. So a lot of people are like, oh yeah, even numbers in the car stereo. Most modern cars don't even put numbers.
Oh.
They just have like levels sometimes. Actually, no, I guess some of them still do keep numbers. But for example, if I'm eating fries, I do it in even, so either 2s or 4s. It's very rare that I'll grab a single fry.
I've never noticed that.
Yeah, it's a weird habit. The other one is the door, the front door. Sometimes I will close it, and I have to audibly tell myself like I have closed the door, because otherwise I will run down to the car and be like, did I close the door, and run back up. But that stems from, I know where that comes from. That comes from my mom, because we'd be going to church or something, right? And we'd be 5 minutes almost to church and be like, did we close the garage? And suddenly all of us are like, Yes, but now we're not sure. So I know that's where that comes from.
What do we argue about the most?
When we're gonna have kids. Yeah.
Yeah.
So future, like most couples.
Yeah, about the future.
The
Like we go
future.
back and forth. One day I want kids, the next day he does. Like it just, yeah. What is my favorite restaurant?
Favorite restaurant? my gut feeling is to say Culver's, because Culver's is where we're at right now. But I know you very much like the grilled cheese place, wherever that was in like Grand Rapids or something.
Oh yeah, Hopcat in Grand
Hopcat.
Rapids.
I know something cat. I was gonna say
We
Top
need to
Cat.
go back. That's so good.
I'm trying to think of any other restaurants. Anything with pho. Some good pho.
Oh, yeah.
So the one on Monterey in San Jose. Yeah. I think it was Pho Bowl. or
Pho Bowl.
something. Yeah.
What can I spend hours doing?
Oh, sniffing candles. Yeah. Sniffing candles.
I was not expecting that answer. I thought you were gonna say like watching shows or like, I don't know.
I mean, yeah, that too, but I know you like candles a lot. So
I do.
If you had the choice. So for the record, I can't smell. It's not a COVID thing.
He has no sense of
I have
smell.
no sense of smell since I was born. I can taste. It's just amplified. It's really weird. So something that's a little spicy for you will be very spicy for me. It's weird. The doctor doesn't know what to do with it because usually people who can't smell can't taste,
Yeah.
but I can. So
so weird.
I know when we go to candle stores, I just look at the names and I'm like, I think that might smell good. And then half the time I'll just be flat out wrong. So yeah, candles.
Oh man. Yeah, I guess I could be sniffing candles all day.
Or thrifting.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
thrifting. I like thrifting.
Thrifting for candles. There we go.
Who was the one to say I love you first and where was it?
Oh, I did. Yeah, I definitely did.
Yeah.
Same place we had our first kiss.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jen, what is your most repeated phrase or sentence?
To each other?
I guess we could do each.
Probably just amor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We call each other amor.
So sometimes like calling out for each other, I think is probably what we do the most. Yeah.
I think I know yours though.
It's mine.
You always say, I fixed it.
Oh yeah, that one too. Yeah.
Like, because everything's broken around here.
Yeah.
And then we hear you say, I fixed it.
Fixed it. Yeah.
What would be one of mine other than amor?
Other than amor. Oh my gosh. Yeah, amor. Oh my gosh.
That's, you know, the tea is coming.
Yeah. Like you saw a cute Instagram
Oh.
video or something, or like a picture of a small animal, and you're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think he passed. You got like every question right. So I think we can stay married.
Yay.
Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.